Good evening, everybody. I think I hope that you can audible and visible me. And thank you very much for participating today's session. I would like to warmly welcome all of you for Tectra Academy. Actually, previously it is named as Tectra Academy. Now is Tectra Academy Private Limited. This is a very I think this is a very significant moment because this is the first time, this is the first step after the Tectra Academy Private Limited, because we changed our company, that's our academy, to private limited company. Then after that, we started the first session and first course. This is the first course of after growing up. And first anniversary also celebrated in last the 2 weeks before. I think in the YouTube also you can see every moment of our academy. Okay, actually, I think most of our students as well as most of our know about the Tectra Academy. Why we started this academy? You know that because I discussed these things previously also. Because most of our engineering professionals and construction industry, because we started for the construction industry in the engineering professionals, most of our know about this brand Tectra Academy. And why we started this academy? Actually, we started this academy to improve yourselves, to upgrade our professionals. That's the main point, main thing of our academy. All the courses and all the lecturers are going for a one objective, one target. That is to who, that's not the quantity of our students, not the quantity of our badges. That's only the all courses and all lecturers and course contents. It's going for a one objective in the Tectra Academy. That's to upgrade our students, because most of students are most of our Sri Lankan, as well as we expand to the UAE, United Arab Emirates also. Most of our in Sri Lankans, we started to our target to upgrade our professionals, our mean that Sri Lankans. That's why we started our academy, to upgrade yourselves. All things depend, all things target that objective, to upgrade yourselves. That's why we started these things and courses, all things we created according to that objective. And I think most of us know about the Tectra Pulse also, because that is e-magazine we published on 17th February 2024. This is our first magazine, and it is a more significant and important event for us as a Tectra Academy, because we have only 1 year experience in the industry, but we have done a lot of things to the construction industry as well as to the world. Because you can see that Tectra Pulse by through our Tectra www.tectraacademy.com. That is our website. Also, we launched the Tectra Pulse also published on our website. It is not that's how can we express that about the Tectra Pulse? Tectra Pulse is actually, it is most of articles, all the articles are created by professionals in industry. Then actually, because when we started that Tectra Pulse, we didn't have any things, as well as we didn't have any things to show them, because our first magazine, first e-magazine is the Tectra Pulse, and most of sponsors are join with us, then they support us to support to publish our Tectra Pulse. This is our story, and this is our milestones in our academy. Today also, we are starting project management. That is not the project management, actually project management, but it is like a planning engineer, how to become a planning engineer. That means most of quantity surveys and most of engineers know about this planning works also. We have to connect in our industry and we have to connect in our job role. Because in other countries and when we like to migrate, we don't know what we have to do. We cannot focus to our job role only. We cannot do. We have to learn everything in our industry. That's why we started to upgrade yourself. You know that objective, upgrade yourself, upgrade our professionals. That's the objective. That's why we started this course also, how to become a planning engineer. Why that's our academy. It's most famous and most popular with our engineering professionals because of first thing is well experienced lecture panel. You know that we have the civil QS, MEP QS, interior fit out, and this is we have done the several courses also with the project management, MS Project Primavera, and this is a project management course, how to become a planning engineer. That is our title of this program. And why it is popular? Because of our well-experienced lecture panel. Second thing, we schedule as per your flexible time. Most of mean all the courses we scheduled in night time because most of our professionals and most of our working in the industry. Therefore, that is the time convenient to you. That's why these courses are very familiar and very famous in our industry. When I reached to our planning engineer course, how to become a planning engineer. This is not a course, actually, this is like a discussion. We will start today with our well-experienced lecturer, Mr. Kanishka. I am not going to give introduction about him because he will give that introduction. He's planning engineer in Kuwait. And we have done a lot of programs, a lot of courses with Tecra Academy. And we know that you can see, you can show, you can see that his experience and his lecture styles in our courses, because we are going to start in next from the next week all the planning engineer course. This is the introduction session for that. Okay. Actually, Mr. Kanishka will explain about the planning engineering role, everything, because he is expert in that field. I'm not an expert in the planning engineer or planning engineering field. Therefore, I will give time to him. Before that, we have to know, actually, in the construction industry, as a quantity survey, as an engineer, planning engineer, any person, we know that there are three things to know. That means this project, this engineering subject, planning engineer also, planning engineer subject is depend on, as per my opinion, it's with three things. If you have more money, if you have more time, if you have more resources, no need planning engineering or planning engineering subject. I think it's as per my opinion, it's correct. I think if you have more time, more money, and more resources, no need this course or no need this any planning engineering, quantity survey engineering, no need. It is useless. That means we have to manage money, we have to manage time, and we have to manage resources. That's the main thing. Actually, it will be covered and it will be discussed with Mr. Kanishka, because we will start in next week we will start with the next week with Mr. Kanishka's program. Okay. Actually, we will start the course in next week. Most probably in next week in Wednesdays and Fridays we will start our course. Okay, we will go to I would like to warmly welcome all of you, as well as I will give time to Mr. Kanishka. I think there have some problem. We will wait for join Mr. Kanishka. They have some system error or network error. We will wait for him. After he log in, then we will discuss about the planning engineer program and planning engineering course, how will be implemented. Okay. I would like to warmly welcome to Mr. Kanishka to address you, and he will discuss with you. This is not any lecture or something. He will discuss with you what is the course content and what are the important of this program, and how actually, as our title, how you can become a planning engineer. I would like to warmly welcome, and I will give time to Mr. Kanishka.
Okay, thank you very much for your invitation, Mr. Pramit, for inviting me to conduct the open session for the how to become a planning engineer in corporate sector. So I hope everyone can hear my voice as well as my video. Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Today I am going to explain how to become a planning engineer that professional way, and how to survive in corporate sector in the world. Any other country, you can survive with these factors. I will share my screen. So I'm going to explain by my presentation. I hope everyone can see my screen.
Yes, Mr. Kanishka, we can see.
You can see, right? Okay, I'm graduated civil engineer and currently working in Kuwait, working as a lead planning engineer in the construction sector. So, okay, now I am going to explain what is importance of planning. This is our content, what we are going to talking, what we are discussing in this session. So first one is planning and project management, and second one is planning the project. Third one, project life cycle. Why planning is important. So reasons for project failure, and example for poor planning. Why software is necessary, the like MS Project, So Primavera, why is important for our planning role? So first of all, anyone can say why planning is necessary, why planning is important, why we need planning. So in session, you can talk open. Anyone have any idea about planning? Something is fine. No need any explanation, vast explanation. Why planning is necessary? My first question is why planning is necessary?
To plan and complete the project within a given time.
Given time, right? Okay, fine. And anything else? Project need to be finished within time and within budget. That's why planning is necessary. So our time is very limited. So they given task for the particular period, 1 year, 2 year, or some period. So we cannot exceed that time period or that particular budget. So that's why we need planning. So that's why the planning is very important. The time is no the anyone can say that time you can take any time for the particular task. Then no need any planning process. Anyone doesn't care about the planning because time is not limited. The planning is necessary. The planning, we have to plan work accordingly. That's why planning is very important task for the construction projects, as well as other work also. Planning is the life also, we need the planning. Otherwise we have we cannot see any progress in our life also. So that you are correct, that Hasim, right? That your comment is correct, but as well as budget also we need to control. That's why the planning is necessary, including time and budget. We need to keep the control, keep the particular time period and particular budget. We need to freeze. We cannot exceed without any other reason. We cannot exceed that freeze time and freeze budget. That's why planning is playing a vital role for the construction field. So the three parts is their planning process. The first one is planning. The planning is something define activities and duration, defining resources, and defining milestone and project cost. Likewise, planning is some defining something, defining activities like activities versus duration and activities versus resources, that activities versus cost and particular task budget. That planning stage we are discussing about these things. And execution period, the second one is execution and controlling. And the execution period, we are starting project and we are doing operations. The example, we are starting housing project. The execution period is, the planning period is something before start the project, we need to plan. And after the plan the project, we are starting the execution work. The execution period, we need to monitor the progress and control the time, control the plan budget, that period. The third step is managing. The process of guiding a project from start to finish is responsibility of the project manager, and various time as a motivator, communicator, coordinator, and advisor. If you are managing a project, you have to keep the coordination and correct advices, and you need to track the project. That's why every project has a project manager. They are allocating project manager. So this task is very important, managing parties. Without managing, you can't deliver the successful project within time and within budget. So their role, their thinking pattern, their ability is very important for the project. So this the project team should be aware about the project progress, change of schedule, the possible consequence, and find possible outcome. So managing part is very important and a very critical thing. So these are the three items in project management sector: the planning and execution and managing. These are the simple 3 steps that we are talking about this session, and planning body is 3 parts. So I am going to introduce about the main 7 tasks for the planning. So introduction is this in content. I am further explain about the project management and project life cycle, and define the project. First of all, if we are talking about the project, if we are working with a project, we need to identify what are the deliverables, and we need to study about the project. Otherwise, we cannot the control. Without controlling some project, we need to study some BOQ and drawings and specifications and contract agreement and contract letters. All of these things need to be studied and need to be referred as a planning engineer. Without study of these things, we cannot control the project. We cannot control the time, and we cannot control the budget. Because as a planning engineer, we should learn. You should learn about you should study 100%. You should study about the project scope. So define the project priorities. As a project, we are talking about the one project. Example, we are constructing a 2-story building. We need to identify what are the deliverables in that project. That time, what is the time, and what is the cost, what is the exact scope. We need to identify before we start the project. So number 4 is planning the project. The planning project is we need to develop our project schedule. In project schedule, we are talking about WBS, OBS, RBS. That means the WBS is work breakdown structure. OBS is organization breakdown structure. RBS is resource breakdown structure. These we are clearly and deeply discussing our for the classes. In this session, I just need to give rough idea, rough information about the planning. So we are not going to talk about deeply. We are talking. We are discussing about some idea about the planning. So execution of the project, number 5. The execution period, we must control the project. We must some controlling part, some control. We need to prepare the catch-up program. We need to allocate extra manpower to mitigate any extension, unnecessary delay. We need to mitigate unnecessary delays. Likewise, we need to take some actions and some mitigation actions relevant to the some unnecessary issues. So that number 6 is selection of progress reporting criteria. As a planning engineer, you should know about how to prepare the progress reports. Progress report is very critical for management decisions, management some discussions, some further activities. They need some progress report for that particular outcomes. So preparing and analyzing the status report of progress, that one also I am discussing in this session. What is the deliverables? Identify the requirement. First of all, identify the requirement. The example, we are constructing a 2-story building. We need to identify requirements. How many people living in that proposed to build in 2 stories building, and what is our purpose? Purpose is residential, commercial, some other requirement there will be some other requirement like showrooms and shops. Like we need to identify our deliverables. So analyze the prioritize and requirement. We need to analyze our prioritize and requirement before we start the project, before design the project. So this is very critical thing. And second one is project management context, the relationship among portfolios, programs, and projects. There are 3 parts in project management context. One is portfolio management. Second, program management. Third, project management. So portfolio, I will explain easily. You can see my screen.
YouTube ගන්න පුළුවන් පස්සේ.
So in this diagram, you can say the one project is planning project management office, right? And the 2 projects is look 2 projects, 3 projects, project 1, 2, project 4, project 3, responsible for program management. That portfolio management is overall, like CEO, operational manager, like deputy general manager, is looking for the several clusters. Your example, you are assuming a construction company. They have different kind of divisions like building sector, road sector, and water resource sector. So you can identify who are the responsible person for one project. Responsible manager is project manager. So 3 projects and like 4 projects responsible for the program manager, like deputy general manager. And overall company, there will be a managing director and chairman. Like person to person, they need some different kind of planning aspects. Some project manager needs some different aspects. These things we are discussing in deeply and detail wise. We are discussing in our sessions. So in this slide, I am explaining requirement analysis, define the project, the setting project objectives, identify milestones in creating work breakdown structure, project planning. So these critical items we are doing in the project management sector. But apart from this one, we need to create our project schedule. Before create the project schedule, these things we need to identify. The first one is project integration management and project scope management, project time management, project cost management, project quality management, the project human resource management, the project communication management, project risk management, the project procurement management, the project stakeholders management. These 10 items should aware about as a planning engineer, you should aware about these 10 items in detail wise. Otherwise, you cannot survive in corporate world. You cannot survive work in planning engineer. In current days, planning engineer is very critical job for the construction sector. So these critical things should practice properly. That provide you professional way to become a planning engineer. So these are the very critical. This item we will discussion in our sessions very deeply, very smoothly, and smooth way of understanding, easy to understand for you, easy reference. What is integration management? Integration management is how to we are doing a project. So we need to identify objective, schedule, project charting, change. What are the change orders and construction procedure? That means method statement like inspection and testing plan, testing procedure. The integration management will discuss about these things. And also scope management also same thing, right? And time management is we are allocating duration and we are establishing project schedule in this task. The cost management, we are thinking about the cost. The time management, we are thinking about only time. The cost management, we are thinking about the cost, cash flow forecast, cost breakdown, project cost, and BOQ cost. Likewise, we need to establish and we need to develop these charts for the easy reference and decision making and some forecasting and some changing designs and changing some scope. We need to establish these things. The human resource management, we are discussing about the scheduling stuff. That means on time start date. Which time we start the project and which time we are finished the working hours, working start and working finish for particular day, and which staff we are allocating, which labors we are allocating for a particular project. Likewise, we are the human resource management and describe these things. The communication management is very critical for the project. If you are not communicating a smooth way between client and between contractor and between some stakeholders, some authorities are there. So if you cannot communicate some issues, some problems, some critical things, so you cannot deliver the project. There are some issues. So communication is very critical for the project. if you are saying something, if you are sending a mail and sending a letter, is very critical and very clear. Need to be very clear. Otherwise, you cannot get some idea. You cannot explain for your ideas and your thinking for others. So communication is very important. That one we will discuss. And risk management. What is risk management for the project? The risk is we can the time exceed is risk. Assume a project we are constructing a two-story building. We are allocated for the 2 years, but it will go to 3 years. Now 1 year extension. So it's a risk. So that 1 year will be lost. So the risk, several risk pattern are there. So that one we will discuss in our sessions. The time risk, cost risk, some safety risk is there. Some we are doing some heavy lifting and some crane lifting. There will be some risk. So we are using heavy machinery in some projects. So risk is a very critical thing for the risk management should aware about the planning engineer to in order to achieve the goals. The other one is procurement management. The procurement is very critical part for the planning engineer role. So without procurement management, you cannot achieve some coordination, some update the progress. So procurement is very critical role for the project. The stakeholder management. Stakeholder management means we need to discuss and we need to keep our coordination between the several sectors like client, contractor, subcontractor, and other authorities like in Sri Lanka, UTA and RDA, SCC, like government stakeholder management is very necessary for the planning engineer, because planning engineer is the key person for the going to meeting. He need some good idea about the project. So that one also very critical for the project management. Now I am explain about the project life cycle. These are our project life cycle we are talking about. Initial phase. There are some phases in our project life cycle, and we are doing a project is some phases are there. The initial phase, we are only we are talking about scope, and we need some do the what are the deliverables in project, and what are the scope in project, what are the some changes that need to be done. And initial phase is we are doing the planning also. And intermediate phase, we are preparing a schedule. There are 3 schedules in for a project. One is tender program, 2 is baseline schedule, 3 is revised schedules. So these 3 activities will be going for the intermediate phase. Then other one is handing over. Final phase, we are going to handing over the project, and acceptance, client need to be approval, and otherwise we will not receive our payment smoothly. They will hold our retention and everything will be clear. That's why we are talking about the project life cycle. This is why planning is important. Planning I think everyone have a good idea about the planning, why planning is necessary. You can't manage what you can't measure. If you did not measure something, you can't manage, you can't plan the forecast. Life also same. You are not measure your progress and your achievements. You are not managing your life. You are not planning your life. Like these critical things in construction project management. So the planning is which date need to be start and which date need to be finished need to be decided by planning engineer. So as a planning engineer, you should know, you should aware, you should practice these things. Which duration we can use and which cost that particular task, the particular project is the cost, which cost you need to be allocated like that, and which resources necessary for the particular task, particular resources. Before you start the project, you need to identify what are the resources you need keep the in project. Otherwise, there will be a shortage of resources and shortage of manpower and shortage of machinery. You cannot complete the project successfully. That's why they are explaining this thing is very important. And which other effort need to be done, we need to identify before we start the project. In this slide, I am explain what is the reason for the project failures. Project failure is, we can explain these things. What is the reason for the project failure? The unrealistic time frame. Unrealistic time frame is sometimes projects day by day, month by month, year by year, extended because of some unrealistic time frame. Assuming we are constructing a 2-story building, but we allocate only 2 months, it's impossible. So as a result, the finish date will be extended, and we have no clear idea. So project cannot be handed over to on time for particular client. And scope creeping, that means time to time they are changing scope, and there are no any clear idea about scope. That's why the project failures. And change in deliverables. Some deliverables, they are changing time to time. Assuming we are constructing a 2-story building, but before we start the project, we are designing some plan, but after the start the execution, they will change some plan, some area, some kitchen area, they will change. So that one also affected to the project failure. The scope hard to define. Some scope cannot identify smoothly. The scope is hard to define means, example, some contractor cannot contract is not prominent. They're not expert for that particular area. So that contractor doesn't understand the scope. So then, as a result, the project will be failed. And poor communication. Last time also I mentioned the communication and coordination is very critical for the construction sector. And also planning engineer, you should you should keep the correct coordination, smooth coordination between several parties. Otherwise, you cannot achieve your goals. So these failures, we can get solution for the planning process in planning. As a planning engineer, you can get the solution for these failures. Unrealistic time frame, we can establish work breakdown structure, WBS, and network diagram. We can plan correct duration for the particular each and every activity. We can allocate time, and we can allocate it realistic time. Scope creeping and the project, we can establish our project work breakdown structure and change in deliverables before we start the project. Requirement analysis we can do. Likewise, we can minimize our project failure risk. And for communication, we can establish communication plan. And for assignments, we can establish the responsibility matrix. Like we can get the solution as a planning engineer. So this session, I'm going to explain example for the poor planning. So this is international example in world. The Giza Pyramid Complex will take 30 years for the construction period and 52 million man hours. The cost will be 1.2 billion US dollars. So this is very fantastic product in Cairo. They are constructing the pyramids complex. So construction is very advanced and very unique and very fantastic. But project duration is 30 years and project cost is also high. So in early years, there will be no plan. So they are doing like their own way. So that's why the project will be counted as a failed project, but it's in world famous construction pyramid complex in the world. And the Great Wall of China is some delay project in the world, because duration is 200 years, cost is $423 billion, and this is seven wonder construction of the world. But it also delayed project in the world count because they have no any plan. They are not allocated enough resources, minimum resources, the minimum manpower they are used to construct it. So that's why the planning is not they are using the planning application. They are not using. They are not thinking about planning. They just do the work. As a result, the project cost will be high and project duration also exceeded. So nowadays our project cost is very critical and project duration is very critical. That's why we are using planning in a smooth way to smooth the project project process and execution and deliver the project. So these are the local examples for the project failures. The Pahali development project still not completed, but at the moment they have allocated money and they are putting money 20,000 million because not having sufficient water irrigation and hydro power plant still is in process. So because of poor planning. And the Hambantota International Convention Center also failed project because we have constructed for the some particular function, but now no function in area, and they are not using sufficient. And Hambantota International Port, we have allocated money 306 million USD dollar, and duration in 4 years, and not having sufficient income because project is completed on time and project is completed, but after the project there will be no money for any income for the project. So as a result, the project will be failed. Now I am discussing why we use planning softwares. There are two softwares mainly we are using in construction sector. The one is MS Project and other one is Primavera. The Microsoft Project is a project planning software which can be used as a project management tool. This is a tool, not the anything. Just you need any idea about the tool, and we can optimize we can apply our tool for to optimize the planning process and execution process. So we can do assign resources and like manpower, tool, machinery, and tracking progress, and review the budget and analyze the workloads. These activities we can done by softwares like Primavera or MS Project. And MS, we can do these things in software, Primavera or MS Project. We can do these things. Project baseline schedule, we can prepare cost loading and resource loading, cash flow, manpower histogram, and procurement tracking, and shop drawing tracking, the activity diagram, and progress report. These activities can be done by softwares. These are the some example for the curve. These are the Gantt chart. So the project controlling and project monitoring is very critical thing for the project management sector. So we are talking about the baselines and earned value management, EVM. It's a very critical thing. And S curves we are discussing in our further sessions. If you are registering, if you are starting our course, that this thing will discuss in deep way. These are the earned value management formula, cost variance and schedule variance, the schedule performance index, cost performance index. These activities we are discussing in our further sessions. CV, SV, and SPI, CPI is very critical. This is cost graph for the particular project. Actual cost curve is there, this, and earned value. Earned value is what we earn in the periodically we can achieve our targets. Earned value is as of date, what you completed in work load, and completed work completed value is earned value as on date. Then this is the assessment date, and the plan value is before we start the project, we are planning some durations, and some there will be a curve is different. So 3 curves: plan value, earned value, and actual cost. Actual cost is the particular cost for the particular task, we what we did in particular task, that total cost what we are spending, that material cost, labor cost, and contractors cost. The overall charge is actual cost, AC. When we in further session, we are preparing, there are two progresses. Financial progress is there and physical progress is there. We can monitor we can track actual versus plan. We can compare the actual versus plan. These things we'll discuss in our further sessions. This is our course content. The introduction about plan MS Projecto Primavera, and this item will discuss in detail wise fixed unit and currency, effort driven off, and auto schedule, calendars, and project information, and change work time and calendar, and resource allocation and leveling, and preparation of planning stage program, and preparation of monitoring and progress report, and cash flow, and SCURV, and earn value theory, and revise program. So these things we'll discuss in our sessions. So you can get the better idea about the planning, and well as planning softwares like Primavera and MS Project, because nowadays in Sri Lanka, in job market is very low. So you have to apply for the foreign jobs, like overseas job. In Gulf countries, you should aware about if you are working as a planning engineer, you are going as a planning engineer in overseas job. Very critical for this software, especially P6 Primavera. P6 software is very critical to know about these things, to survive in your job, and you must know about these softwares to keep your knowledge and do their task as a planning engineer. So you are very help. I think this session you have idea about planning and what are the things can be done with softwares and planning knowledge. So if you are applying a foreign job, you should learn about the planning. So in Sri Lanka, normally planning engineer positions not deeply going softwares or some planning theories like value management. We are not discussion and not going for the deeply. But overseas job, you should aware about these things. So you cannot survive the job without these things. And you have to practice about the softwares and tools, and because when you are working for the employer, they will sign for the task, sign for the role for you. That role you can do easily and easy way, and you should know about the shortcuts, and you should know about how to take mitigation actions. So these all things we are explaining in easy way for you people, so you can understand well. You can ask questions, any doubts have in classes. You can WhatsApp your issues in our class, and yeah, there will be we are providing our videos also, so you can have a good idea about the planning process if you are joining this class. So I would like to hand over my session, Mr. Pramit, to conduct for the session now. Mr. Pramit,
Yeah.
you can continue session.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Kanishka. And okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Kanishka. And I think you got a good idea about the importance of the planning engineering process and the importance of our course and course contents also. He described and he explained very well. And again, I would like to thank to Mr. Kanishka because we have done a lot of courses, MS Project Primavera with our institute, with our Tectra Academy. And if you like to join to our course, we will start in next Wednesdays and Fridays. We will do at 9 p.m. Okay. MS Project and Primavera is a 30 hours course. That means 15 days we will conduct MS Project and Primavera. That's a planning engineering course. 15 days for 30 hours. We will start in next Wednesday. You can join with us. We will give all the details, all the documents, all the supportive documents and recordings also. After the completion of the project planning course, we will provide the e-certificate also. And if you like to join, send us a WhatsApp message. I think you have the WhatsApp message. If it is not, you can get from our FB group and website also. They have all the details. It's including in the website also. It is www.tectraacademy.com and Facebook page Tectra Academy. We have the Tectra Academy page, Instagram and TikTok also. And you can join and you can contact with us by using WhatsApp, FB, LinkedIn, any social media because we have the all things, all the social media. We provide all the details in social media. Okay. And again, I would like to thank to our lecturer, Mr. Kanishka. And I would like to thank all the participants from the Zoom and we given the YouTube live also. And most of watching from the YouTube live also. Then if you like to join, send us a message and we will give the details, all the details. We will start from next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Okay, thank you very much and good night all of you for Tectra Academy.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Pramit, for inviting me to conduct this open session. Thank you.